welcome back to my channel. For those of you guys seeing my face for the very first time, my name is Esmeralda, but most people like to call me Esme. And if you aren't yet subscribed to my channel, please make sure to hit that little red button. I would really appreciate it. Also, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. They're both under the same handle, which is at EsmeM98. So as you guys can tell, for this video, I decided to do more of a chill sit-down video and tell you guys 21 things that I've learned this year. Since in a couple of days it's going to be my 21st birthday, so I thought it would be a fun idea to do a video like this. So I have written down all my notes on my phone and I'm gonna just be reading through them and talking to you guys. So the first thing I've learned is that thanks to my YouTube channel, I'm not as shy as I used to be. I know I didn't start my YouTube channel this year, but I've noticed that by looking at like my videos that I've made this year in comparison to my videos from last year, I feel like I'm less awkward. I also just feel like really comfortable in front of the camera. Like whenever I sit down and film, I'm not like nervous like I used to be, and I'm actually really happy with all the content that I put out. So I'm really thankful that I decided to start this YouTube channel, and I'm also really grateful for all the support that you guys have shown. So going along with that, number 2 is that I've learned to become a lot more confident. Before, I feel like I would always second guess everything I would do. I know I'm not 100% confident, that is for sure, I can assure you guys that. But I feel like this year I've just been like coming out of my shell more, and you know, if I do something, I don't always like second guess myself, and I'm like pretty confident in my decisions, which I'm also really happy about. And I hope that I can just continue to grow confidence, because I feel like there's always room for confidence, except for people that are cocky. The third thing that I've learned is that not everyone's gonna like you, and it's okay. So I'm super glad I've gotten to meet some people this year. There's some people that I've met that I also regret meeting, but I think that every person you meet them for a reason. So even if it's to teach you a little bit more about yourself, or help you become a better person, or see the better qualities of yourself, I think you meet everyone for a reason. And even if you meet people that don't like you, it's okay, because you cannot please everyone and you cannot change people's perspectives on you. But just because somebody doesn't like you doesn't mean that you should then try to change yourself to be liked. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, that's one thing I've learned, that not everyone's gonna like you and it's not your fault. Another thing I've learned is that at the end of the day, family is the most important thing. So I feel like growing up, I put a lot of time and like importance into friendships. And this year I saw that, you know, you can be friends with someone and in a month or two you're not friends with them anymore. But family, like, you know that you'll have them for the rest of your life. So I've learned that it's important to spend time with family, because that's who you're gonna have at the end of the day and who you can go to. And this one's actually a little different, but another thing I've learned is that I can get ready for school in literally an hour. So this year I realized that I would wake up pretty late, but I could still manage to get ready like within an hour before I have to leave for school and make it on time to class. So I'm actually really proud of myself for that. The 6th thing I've learned is that eating healthier really does make you feel better. So I feel like this year I started eating a lot healthier, because last year I was under a lot of stress from like school and everything, and I was overeating and I was snacking a lot, and instead of it like relieving my anxiety, it actually made me feel worse. And this year I've been not eating out as much. I don't have fast food like that often, and I've been eating a lot more fruit and salads, and I just feel like it makes me have more energy, even though I'm really tired sometimes. But just like it helps me get through the day, and just makes me feel good about myself after I eat something healthy. Like I don't eat it and then automatically regret what I had just eaten. I've also accepted and learned that I get in my head and overthink too much, which isn't good. Personally, even though I've been gaining some confidence in my decisions and everything, I still tend to overthink. I always come up with like a bunch of scenarios in my head about what can happen if I choose to go about one way in a decision or another way. So that's something that I would like to work on better this year, that I'm going to be turning 21. I don't want to be overthinking everything as much as I have been in the past. Number 8 is it's harder to live in the present than it is to say so. So basically, I know a lot of people are always like, oh, well, don't be living in the past or the future because that's already past and the future is yet to come. You have to live in the present. And I tell myself that like every single day, but honestly, I've just learned that it's a lot harder, and I think that goes along with the fact that I overthink. So that's another thing I would like to work on. Number 9, experiences are worth more than material objects. So I'm so grateful that this year I've been able to travel, and that's something that I've always wanted to do my whole life. And so the fact that I've been able to save up money to travel has made me really happy. And I've noticed that by using my money to travel, I'm able to like live experiences instead of like buying, whether it's makeup or clothes. I'm saving my money and using it to travel, and I don't regret it. And number 10 is I'm not the type to go out on the weekends, and it's okay. So now that I'm turning 21, I feel like there's this like stereotype that once you turn 21, you're gonna want to go out to clubs and go out to drink and party. And I feel kind of pressure to like have to go out and live in that lifestyle. Like the way I like to enjoy my weekends is sober, whether it's at home or going out with friends to eat somewhere or like shopping. But I would rather spend my money traveling than going to clubs and buying alcohol because it's also expensive. So I'm saving myself some money. That's what I tell myself. Number 11 is that I've learned that exercise really does help relieve stress. So this summer, even though I was working for the majority of it, I was able to also exercise, and I found that it really helped me relieve my stress. So that's something that I would really love to continue doing. Number 12, grudges cause pain. So I've learned the hard way that even though sometimes it's really hard to accept apologies or move on, I found that it's better to do so than to hold on to grudges, because in the long run that just causes more pain. It causes you to overthink and you're never able to move on. Number 13, I've become more dependent through my traveling. So before, I felt like I was like scared to go out even of my house by myself. And even though I haven't been traveling completely alone, I've been going with my sister to different places, but I've been doing it without my parents, which is something that I've become used to. And I feel like through it I've become much more independent. Okay, next one. I'm not sure what number it is. Sorry, I kind of lost count. But I said I've also learned that taking risks has allowed me to enjoy life more. So before, I feel like I would really question every decision I made, and I was terrified to do something wrong and just like get out of my comfort zone. But I've come to learn that taking risk has allowed me to enjoy life a lot more, and I would encourage you guys to take risks even though it seems scary. And the next one is actually something that I think is really important, and I'm happy that I'm learning, is that I shouldn't have to tell others how I should be treated. So whether this is in a friendship, a relationship with boyfriend or girlfriend, or like a family, whatever type of relationship, I feel like in order for the relationship to be genuine, actions and words should come from the heart, because if not, then you're kind of just forcing the relationship to work in your favor. And I feel like people are just doing that to satisfy you, but they don't actually mean it. Also, I've learned that I'm stronger than I give myself credit for sometimes. So sometimes I tend to get into my head a lot, especially when I'm under stress and I feel like everything's impossible for me to do, but then I get through it and I realize that sometimes I'm just too hard on myself, and I know a lot of us tend to be that way. I've also learned that the older you get, the faster time goes by. I know you probably heard a lot of people say that, but it's honestly so true. I remember when this semester started and it's about to end. I have 2 or 3 weeks left, and I cannot believe how fast not only every day goes by, but every week and month. The month of November is almost over, and I feel like I'm still stuck in summer. Time goes by so fast. I don't know if it's because you have more things to do, but I don't know, time is just flying by. I've also learned that karma is real. If you do something good, good is gonna happen, and if you do something bad, then bad is gonna happen. But yeah, everyone has their beliefs on karma, but that's just something I've learned from personal experience. Also, another thing I've learned is that I don't need someone like a boyfriend to find happiness, because I feel like when I was in high school, I would always be like, oh, well, I want a boyfriend so we can go out and he can make me feel special and all this stuff. But I feel like I was basing that off of movies or TV shows that I was watching. But this year I learned that you know, people are not always going to be there for you to make you feel happy, and happiness has to come within yourself, whether that's through gaining confidence or just doing what you love to do. Okay, I think we're getting to the end. So another thing I've learned is that in the end, God has control of everything. Whatever is meant to be will happen. So like I said before, sometimes I get really caught up on making sure everything goes as like what I have planned in my mind, but I don't have control over everything. So I've just come to learn that whatever is going to happen is meant to happen, whether it's for a good reason or not. I feel like in the end, everything happens for a reason, and it's only going to help you grow as a person. So the very last thing I've learned is that through making all the videos I have for you guys this year, is that YouTube is something that I hope I can continue to do for many more years, because it's something that I've become very passionate about, and I'm so excited to continue making content for you guys. So if you guys like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Also, let me know what other videos you would like to see in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!